Had a fun day. I saw this story in the news. Apparently in Florida, because of people flushing their drugs down the toilet, we now have a problem with meth gators and coke sharks.
Oh!
Hell yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying, if that was the name of the teams, I'd be watching football. And I want you guys to know, I was thinking about it, all right? It's not as bad as it sounds, all right? All right, because all that's going to happen is we're just going to have a bunch of toothless gators in the future.
I'm dead.
It'll be fun. I am old as shit. Anybody else? No?
Burn?
I'm 44. Yes, I know. You can tell I'm old, right? You can tell by the footwear, right?
No. The drip is crazy.
Nothing says middle-aged white guy like a pair of New Balances, right? Right? You need good arch support when you're stepping on other races. It's all right. I'm the oppressor, right? I'm an ally. I am old. I try and keep up with music. I try and keep up with all the modern hip hop, and I have to say, I fucking hate it. It's so awful. Like first of all, all right, I'm gonna say this. Eminem needs to start doing drugs again. All right, the boy hasn't smiled in 15 years. Take a Percocet and cheer up, Grim Shady.
I'm dead. He said Grim Shady.
Also, can somebody please explain to me, when did all the devil shit start showing up in hip hop? When did that happen? Seriously, Lucifer gets more shout outs than Hennessy. Did you guys see the Super Bowl? There is Ice Spice doing all with the upside down cross, doing all the crazy hand signals.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mel B, but Ice is the scariest spice I've ever seen. I was just saying, the devil has stolen Doja Cat's soul and her eyebrows.
Well, for me it was from Taco Bell, and I learned I could take a dick if I had to, because I'd be fucking up Taco Bell. If you blow it out your... I learned this from Ronan. You can blow it out your bumbo clot. Did I use that right?
Yes!
Let's go!
Is that right?
Yeah, y'all got 4 minutes of this shit.
About average. Yeah.
He did mention MJ. I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know if y'all ever had this experience, but my textbooks in high school is like, it would say issued and returned. It would say Michael Jackson issued black, returned white, and that's kind of fucked up. Why did we do that? Why did we do that in high school?
That's
Why was that a
fucking
thing?
hilarious.
Gonorrhea sucks. I've never personally had that experience, but my stepbrother did. Sorry, Alex. He was really into this girl, and he started telling her that I had it when I didn't, and I found that out, and I started telling people he shit out of his dick for like 3 years, and he still don't talk to me. But like, he did that, so poop somewhere else. Damn, y'all actually looking at me. This is weird. I don't speak eyebrows. Y'all gotta say something, bro.
I don't speak eyebrows.
Fuck, what else is there to talk about?
Talk about how your life's going.
Oh, so I had a DUI.
Hey!
Yeah. So that means if I do it again, it'll be my first. No, I don't know. I guess that's white privilege, because I did that shit.
Hey, at least you keeping it a beat,
Yeah.
boy.
We ball. We crash cars. So if you need a taxi driver later, let me know. I'm gonna grab a beer first. You can have the dildonic device back. I'm done. I don't know what else to say.
Lost one of his legs, and he literally had to be amputated right above the knee. So when we see him, we call him, we say, "Yo, Wani!" You know what I'm saying? I got this bald head girl I work with. You feel me? And I only know she bald because she got her lace front pulled off when she got into a little conflict with one of our other co-workers. So ever since that day, we know, she came back to work the next day with nice hair, so we just called her lace front. So when she walked by, we'd be like, yo, lace front! You know what I'm saying? And she's in there. You feel me? But then, we got this dude named Ronan, and he be putting the mic down and running away before y'all ask him to tell more jokes.
If you want to call women good looking, you call her pretty. If you want to call a male good looking, you call him handsome. So the only time you use handsome is if you're talking about a male or talking to a male. The rest, you say pretty. What's the handsomest place in your country? Oh, so now Grand Canyon has a gender now? Alright, got it. Country, USA. Like, oh bro, can you pass me a screwdriver? Yeah, which one? I'm gonna do something different today. How about the handsome screwdriver? If you say that to me, go ask the screwdriver to walk on its two legs and come to you. That's it.
My speaker.
Hold on, that's some racist ass shit.
What's that?
Cause Noah's little ass sat on the speaker the whole set. Y'all laugh your ass off. Nah, my brown ass come here. I can't sit on no mother.
Why are you staring at me like I'm the
You the
issue?
whitest closest person to me.
You gotta understand.
I just assumed
You
were
gotta
retarded.
understand that Noah's more anti-gravity.
Oh, he calling me fat on stage. I'm up here
I
right
can't
now.
call
I'm being called
nobody
fat. This
fat.
is bullshit. I can't even. I'm sitting on this.
Tell your jokes. No, seriously, no. Don't sound on speaker.
Oh
Oh,
my.
seriously,
Oh,
don't
he seriously.
give me that look again, I swear to God.
Do me a favor. Slide your boy a seat.
Alright.
Bullshit. This is that bullshit I'm talking about.
PR department.
Last time I come to one of these motherfuckers. Yeah, too. We don't have to talk about all that crazy shit. But the cat went missing, the car went missing.
You want a cat? I've got 3 of them.
No, look, listen. The cat came back. And so did her money. This nigga came back wearing Gucci slides. He was telling me to fold clothes. He don't even wear clothes. Bossing me around the house. He don't even speak English. He was just yelling real fucking loud, carrying his toys around, telling me I need to do shit. I couldn't believe this shit. She still ain't pressed charges either. He must be a white ass cat. No charges were filed whatsoever. Man, I'm on probation right now. It's crazy as fuck. I went to my drug alcohol evaluation today, and it was at a crack motel. I shit you not. I walked up, the outside of the building said perk. I was like, buying something?
I know exactly what that is
I went to
too.
go jiggle the doors on the office. No office. There's a Mexican dude in there holding tools, laying in the staircase. I said, what the fuck is this? I said, I gotta be at the wrong place. My Lyft driver, he dropped me off and sped the fuck off. He was out of there like a speed racer. Bro, so I go around the corner, there's an office building with 2 big ladies sitting in there. And they said, you here for your drug evaluation? I said, to buy drugs or to get evaluated? What are you doing right now? They said, go to room 113. I said, what the fuck is this shit? I can't make this shit up. I go to room 113, and there's a little old lady in there with a fucking office set up. I stuck my head in, I said, $5 in crack, ma'am. She said, no, not in here. She got my ass in there. I had to pay this money to sit in a crack motel. It was ridiculous. And what's even funnier is I started sneezing. And I'm like, this room is dusty as fuck. She was like, you should see our actual room where we do the meetings at. They're way nicer. I said, how much nicer is it gonna get? Is it gonna be no mold on the wall? Or like, I almost got tetanus in that goddamn room. I signed a bunch of papers. And she's looking at me too, like, why the fuck are you even here? I said, bitch, I apparently to buy crack. Give me drugs, I guess. Fuck. Evaluate what? I caught tetanus in there.
How's it go? It's my first time here.
Woo!
And it's also my first time in maybe a little bit over a year, maybe over close to 2 years that I've done stand-up. And I don't know what I decided to do today, so if I suck, you're welcome, I guess. So how's everyone doing tonight?
Good!
Doing good, I love it, great energy, that was freaking hilarious. I'm a little empty inside. Yeah, there's something in me missing. I'm not sure if I'm hungry, or just maybe horny, you know what I'm saying? Could be equal parts hungry and horny, what's a chick to do? Cut a cucumber in half? Actually, if you're the right guy, you can satisfy both those needs in one shot. I just made a joke about swallowing cum, which I hear is healthy, nutritious, right? Isn't there like nutrients and vitamins in there? Like, I think so, right? Protein. Yeah, protein. At least that's what my 8th grade gym teacher used to tell me.
Oh!
Yeah. My parents wondered how I got the A in that class. Look at me, I'm a lazy. This is a faja. This took me forever to put it on. I'm lazy. Like, yeah, so I've never ran a lap in my life, but I've sat on some laps. Anyways, any LGBTQ, T, AT&T, Global, Metro PCS. I love that people are embracing their individuality. You know, I didn't grow up with that. I'm old as shit too. So like at my age, like, you know, we didn't grow up with that. I just don't know where I fit in, you know? Because I identify as a gay man trapped in a straight woman's body. Yeah. For one, like, fucking fabulous, look at me. And for two, I love dick. I do, I really do love dick. Like, all shapes, sizes. I'm not picky over the dicky. I probably prefer a smaller dick, if I'm being honest here. Alright, usually there's like one guy that's like, hold up. It's me, I have a chance. No, I had an ex-boyfriend, he had a small penis, but it worked great. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know if any girls could relate, but like, they get like deep in there, like balls deep and dick deep. Like, they just shove it all in and like it's...
Whoa!
Not to get graphic, guys. That's why I sent my daughter away. But not to get, you know, it gets deep in there. I don't know how to explain it besides like the mound stimulates, you know, like the vulva and the clit and the rest of the neighborhood. It feels great. It feels really good. Try to remember. Yeah. Anyways, big dicks hurt. Like big dicks, they do hurt sometimes. And we like sold this like fantasy, like you want a big dick, but they hurt. They'll make your period start early. Like it literally rearranges your organs. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it does. And like it sounds like furniture moving on a table sometimes. Like, like you can hear the organs. That shit hurts. Can't walking all funny afterwards. Anyways, I was raised very religious. I was raised Pentecostal. I don't know if anyone's familiar here. I was the one that spoke in tongues, yes. And I actually grew up in a Spanish church, right? And as a bilingual kid, there's words that I don't know. But one day in church, they wanted to do testimonies. So I stood up and I was like brave that day. And I got up and I was like, soy excitada por Jesús. And everyone was just looking at me. And I'm like waiting for like people to be like, hallelujah, man. Nothing. They're just looking at me like, how you guys are looking at me now? Like, what the fuck is she talking about? Soy excitada por Jesús. And they're like, it's okay, sister, sit down. So I like sit down, car ride home. My mom's like, what were you trying to say? And I'm like, I'm excited. Like, I'm happy for Jesus in my life. She's like, oh, excitada doesn't mean happy. She's like, excitada means horny. Like maybe 10 years old, so I didn't even know what that meant. And so that was a fun conversation. But to this day, Jesus Christ is still the only one allowed to come on my heart. Yeah, he is. So one thing I like to think about too, like, so I was taught that like Jesus was tempted of all temptations.
Some of you guys, you might recognize me. Been on TV? Yeah. If you ever owned a Nintendo Wii, I'm your starter character. That's me. I think that's why I get played a lot in my relationship. I did stop using the dating apps though. I'm off those. They got too tricky for me. Like the last woman I matched with, a beautiful woman. She had nice long brown hair, big breasts, penis. I messaged her. I said, hey, you're beautiful and all, you're just not my type. In my relationships, I gotta have the biggest penis. It's the whole reason I got rid of my chihuahua. I can't have two things that shake uncontrollably. No, I had this guy I was talking to, he's like, I don't know how a trans person could feel like a woman. If a guy hit on me, I'd feel gross and uncomfortable. I was like, well, that's how every woman feels almost every single day. Have you seen a woman's DMs? Like an episode of South Park in there. It's terrible. He said, I don't think men should dress like women, not in America. I was like, I got some bad news for you, buddy. America was founded by guys that dress just like women. Yes. They wore wigs, makeup, and stockings. I just think a lot of people don't know the history because John Hancock was originally Joanna Fingerpussy.
I'm weak, bro.
Yeah, he wrote the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. It got confusing. He just wanted to shave his arms. That was the whole thing there. I don't know. It can be confusing sometimes how people dress. I had a Red Hot Cinnamon pulled in my driveway. This woman got out, all in black. She had a black beanie, black shirt, black pants, walked right up to my door. I thought, am I getting robbed? Nope, I got some peanut. I was wrong after all. I was male. No, but I don't like the dating apps because everybody just lies on them, you know. Men, we lie about our height. And that kind of sucks for me because, you know, if you're under 6 feet, they won't match with you. And I'm 5'9". And if I'm being honest with you guys, I'm 5'8". Now, it can be tough sometimes. You get it from all sides. I was at my doctor's office. I was reading National Geographic. And it said when a giraffe has their baby, the baby's the height of an adult human, 6 feet. Who am I, Elmer Fudd? Short guys can't catch a Blake. Also said that the average height of men in America has actually decreased because of immigration. So I don't care where you stand politically. Let's open these borders. I can be the next Shaquille O'Neal. That's not just men, right? Women lie on the apps too. Women tend to lie about their activities. Every woman I match with tells me her favorite thing to do is to go hiking. I think it's actually serial killer documentaries. Yeah.
I was called out with that one. Shit.
Either way, you're gonna end up in the woods. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's it doesn't help that the national park has the exact same motto as serial killers: "Leave no trace." That's their motto for real. That's terrible. It's almost as bad as the Boy Scouts of America's motto. We'll teach you how to pitch a tent. And this guy was staring at me, and I got really uncomfortable. I could feel him staring at me. I was like, all I can do is look up, stare back at him. So I did. Stared right over his way, and he wasn't looking at me at all. And about 3 seconds later, he popped up, and now we're making eye contact. It's like a UFC standoff. Like we're both getting uncomfortable. I could feel us getting mad. I was like, we're about to fight, aren't we? And then I had to calm myself down. I was like, David, relax. You can't cause a scene. You know how crazy it would be right now if you went over there and fought that baby. For me, it is the eye contact. I either freeze up or I have to look around. Like, and it doesn't translate into the bedroom because she'll be like, "Do you like that?" And I'll turn to Stevie Wonder. I'm like, "The sunshine in my eye. The apple of my eye." I do think colorblind people have it harder though, because we don't believe colorblind people. If they tell us they're colorblind, we start asking them questions. We test them. What color's that wall? What color's that shirt? What color's that chair? We don't do that with anything else. Somebody's like, I have diabetes. We're not like, eat this Snickers. All right, that's my time. I'm David Westgate. Thank you all so much for having me.
I am a wizard. This, I guess, is now my wand. And normally, I guess, I do improv. I haven't written anything down, so here we go. I like to think that I'm extremely involved in, like, the daily goings-on of the world, but I'm not. None of us can change any of the horrible shit that we've been watching since 2020. And that, I've finally started accepting that. But, like, we've gotten to a point where it's ridiculous. I think we know too many things about what's going on. Did you hear about the rotten fish falling out of the overhead compartment onto someone's head on a flight? It was a Delta airline flight. Imagine, I would instantly kill myself if something like that happened. I would throw open the please do not open door and we would all be fucking done for. I think that is an act of terrorism. And which begs the question, what the fuck is the TSA for? If you can bring a dead, maggot-filled fish, I'm not kidding. The first thing that fell out of the compartment was maggots. And it landed on some poor woman's blazer. I know she gagged. And I feel so bad for her. I don't feel bad for the guy who brought the stuff on the plane, who calmly stood up and apparently said, "Oh, I brought some fish on the plane." Why didn't you say something? Why are you so calm right now? Did you know it was rotten? Is this your pet? Is this some kind of high-pressure torture? I don't think a fish has ever been that fucking high in its life. Anyway, that was one of the things that I have heard about recently that really, it made me cry reading it because I imagined myself in that situation. There are a lot of things going on in the world, as you can imagine, that are, as you know, that are happening bad. But
how's everybody doing tonight? Good? Yeah. Up in this bitch? You know, I appreciate you guys. I like Kava bars. We got minorities up in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I like it, yeah. I've been used to performing a bunch of white people and shit, you know? It's just like, I love white people. Oh, I love you motherfuckers. You got... You're white. What the fuck? You're white. What you mean? Listen, I love white people, but you guys gotta get your dog hair under control. Jesus Christ. Bro, I can't see more of a white person's house with black clothes. Every time I walk out, I feel like the wolf man and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in here, bro? I found out last year that if you want to fuck a white girl, you need condoms and a lip brush. You know, you gotta come equipped and shit. You know what I mean? Shit, I'm joking, man. I'm Puerto Rican, you know? That means I'm the good kind of Mexican, you know? I'm not the one Donald Trump was all riled up about, you know? That motherfucker went to Puerto Rico, threw napkins at us. You seen that? What? Yeah, he threw napkins at us. You didn't see that? You know, he went there, we had a flood in Puerto Rico. Yeah, we had a flood in Puerto Rico. He went down there and started throwing bounty quicker picker uppers at us. And shit. Like, you get a napkin, you get a napkin, you get a napkin. I'm like, God damn. You know what you want is to soak up the flood water? I don't understand. Listen, I'm not anti-Trump or anything like that, but you can't give Spanish people cleaning supplies, motherfucker. That's what we got that. That's what we do. We clean, bitch. How many Trump hotels do we clean and shit? You know? It's fucked up. Shout out to David Westgate. This motherfucker made Spanish sound like fucking Indonesian and shit. You know? What the fuck were you saying, bro? This is my boy. Let's see here, man. You guys hear about that new FC list? 2.0? Oh, yeah, they came out with an updated list and shit, you know? She got unlockable characters like a video game and shit, you know? All these new motherfuckers on it. Everybody's all up in arms about Stephen Hawkins. He was on the list. Which, frankly, I'm not too sure he wasn't trafficked there himself, you know? All you gotta do is unplug that motherfucker. He can't do shit. That dude can do one activity really good. Shit. That's all the fuck he can do. You know what I mean? That's crazy. This whole time, I didn't know he was only into 15-year-old black holes. You know, I thought he was into all of them in general. I never read any of his books and shit, so excuse my ignorance. You know, I'm just saying, you know, that shit's fucking crazy. All due respect, listen, with all due respect, you gotta be a dumb motherfucker to get raped by Stephen Hawkins. Jesus Christ, I don't give a fuck how old you are. What the fuck? You'll have a hard time trying to explain to the police that wasn't consensual, right? By the end of the investigation, they might think you raped him and shit. Like, hold on, wait a minute. You know? That's crazy.
So we do a radio show. It's stand-up comics, and we tell the news. You know, we've been on air at WTN for 2 years now. I'll let you get to know me before I tell you any news jokes. Some of you have been on my show, like Susie and stuff like that. But obviously, I grew up on the streets, you guys. Right? You knew that, right, Alex? She knows I'm from the streets. My parents, they had me I was actually conceived and born on a playground on the streets in Chicago. You know that? You haven't heard this one yet? I'm pretty sure you have. Yeah, I was a seesaw section baby, you guys. Yeah. My parents were swingers. But my balls are from the streets too. These balls right here. You see them? Yes or no? You see them, Susie? Ah, well, joke's on me then. But these balls right here, I'll try to keep it down for you, bud. I know you're on your thing. Headphones on. Fuck these guys. Did you know my balls are from the streets? Yeah, you probably are wondering right now what street this jerk's balls are from, right? Yeah, well, it's actually cul-de-sac. She likes that one, that's why I told her. Yeah, I did my DNA test recently to find out what my heritage was, you guys. So I contacted 23andMe, and they sent me an envelope in the mail, and I opened it and said, okay, inside there's a plastic bag and then a swab and instructions, and they say, swab the inside of your mouth, and then put it in the plastic bag in the back of the envelope and send it back to 23andMe, you know, pretty easy. So I did that, and a week later the results came back, and I was super excited to find out what they were. I bet you guys are all excited too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You guys want to know what my heritage is? Consensual. Everybody has to agree or I'm not telling you. He's the bartender, you know. Okay, well, I opened it up and said, "Hey, James, we think that you're a black dude." I'm like, oh, crap, you know. I know I probably should have rinsed out my mouth first, you guys. Now we all got to wait a whole nother week, you know. I'll tell you next week if we're back next week. Is this like a weekly or monthly thing here?
Yeah, we do stuff monthly.
Yeah, it's about monthly. Oh, bi-monthly? Monthly. Oh, monthly. Okay. Where did Captain Jim go? As I said, I've never been in a room with the whitest man I've ever seen in my life, and also the blackest man I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy. There he is. Captain Jim. Welcome back.
He is the whitest man.
All right, you guys ready? He's the whitest man you're ever going to meet. All right. Here's some news stories, you guys, from the news. Best of the Stand Up for News. This happened in Clearwater. Pick a number, Alex. You're the one who invited us here. If it's a lower number, it's probably not as good.
420.
Because that's an old one. 420. Nice. All right. So if this joke's not funny, you guys get mad at her, not me. Agreed. You look it up real quick. 420. Oh, that was one page off. That's pretty slick. All right. It might never have been told on stage. You give me the light? Oh, I was looking down. I didn't know if you were. Taking my wait till he's not looking. Oh, this is nice. This is a your mama joke that my son wrote. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right. There's a series of them. So first, he goes, "Hey, Dad, you guys like Star Wars? You heard of Star Wars? Woo! Maybe you won't get the joke. I don't know."
Yeah.
All right. He said, "Dad, your mom's so fat." I was like, "Hey, dude." He's like 11. Don't talk about my mom. I don't like that. It's not cool. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Dad." I said, "Okay. My grandma's so fat that when she saw when Obi-Wan Kenobi saw her, he said, 'That's no moon. That's a space station.'" Remember that one? I didn't want to tell his next one. He said, "Dad, my grandma's such a slut. Before I banged her, I took a bunch of Benadryl. Because I've been drilling my grandma." It's weird when you say it like that. It's supposed to be like a your mama joke. So I guess don't tell your mama jokes to your dad is the moral of the story today, you guys.
Growing up. See, my dad was an engineer, so he fixed all our cars, and I was a grunt growing up from the time I could stand up. And I got an education for sure because I handed my dad the wrong tools. And I swear, my first memory of my dad is him saying, "Betty, get this fucking bitch out of here." And my mom swears my first words were, "Son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch." So I'm that girl that people cover their kids' ears when I'm walking by, right? My husband swears, if you try to shut me up, I'm only going to get louder. So, I grew up here in Clearwater. I went to school here in Clearwater, but I was raised on Lake DeSola, Popka, in the swamp. So, my dad, he loved to invite everybody up to water ski and have bonfires for all weekend, pig roast. And he was an engineer, so he liked to impress his work buddies, and we had a single wide on the lake and a ski boat. Yay. I thought we were poor. So he would invite his buddies up all weekend long. We'd teach people how to ski on that lake, right? So inevitably, this swamp would quiet down at night, and we'd be out at the bonfire, and it'd get real late, and wait, I need to stop here, because I learned late in life they made a TV show about my family. It's called Swamp People. And we don't use guns, we use spotlights, so the swamp would get real quiet at night, and Dad would say, he'd hear the first gator grunting, man. He'd say, "Who wants to go gator hunting? Who wants to go gator hunting?" And everybody'd say, "Hey, yeah, we want to go gator hunting." And we will pile in the boat, and Dad would grab the spotlight. And there'd be some newbie we'd been teaching how to ski all day long on that lake, and he'd say, hey, how far out in the swamp you think we gotta go to see some gators? We'd drive out in the center of the lake that they've been skiing on all day, and we'd shine a spotlight on the other side. 5,000 eyes are staring back at those bitches. My dad was a showman. He loved to get the boat right up close to them, and if they were like swimming right by in the water, if they were small enough, he would scoop them up and pass them around. Wow. Drop them back in the lake. They got to be small enough. You know, not one motherfucker ever went water skiing the next day for sure. So, my dad's getting old now, right? And I had a lot of great memories skiing on that lake and growing up. But I get to take care of him now that he's getting older. And he's had to go to memory care recently. I got a whole new set of memories growing with my dad right now. So I'm going to tell you about the most memorable one. When he went to memory care, it coincided with some cataract surgery he needed. So I would take him to all of his appointments. So we had 5 appointments with this cataract surgeon, right? We're in appointment number 2, and he's in the eye mapping chair. And after he's all settled and they say, okay, the eye doctor's going to be right in, he says, oh, Sue, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, well, fuck that. It's on the other side of the building. He's like, oh. I'm like, okay. I get him out of the chair. He's 84. He don't move so fucking fast. And he's going, And I'm like, Dad, are you okay? And he's like, no. I'm like, all right, well, we're almost there. It's another 25 feet. And he's like, oh. And then I see the brown slide down the back of his leg. And I'm like, fuck, Dad, you need to move faster. He goes, okay. I'm like, okay, Dad, come on. That sounds like my phone. So,
It's like, turn your phone off.
So every other step, motherfuckers leaving a brown on the floor, and the nurses are having a shit about the actual shit. And I call my mom to bring some clothes, and I get him in the bathroom. And he doesn't know what's going on, but now he's in the bathroom, and I'm trying to get him to sit, but he won't, and it's like cutting loose.
Oh.
And it's a brown avalanche, and I had to scream. I get his pants down, and I am fucking cheek to nose to my dad's shit glazed avocados. And I can't get him to sit. So I had to scream at him, Dad, sit your fucking ass on the toilet! And the whole office heard. So Mom brings the clothes, and I clean Dad's stem to stern. And I proceed to clean every last ounce of Dad's indiscretion from their facilities. And we resumed our fucking appointment. So I'm hearing the nurses in the background. And one of them's going, well, we need the carpets cleaned anyway. And then another one pipes up and says, wow, the bathroom wasn't that clean before they went in there. Yeah, no fucking shit. So, okay, I don't know if you have the joy of taking care of elderly parents, especially ones with dementia or memory care. They might remember tomorrow, they might not. They might remember next week, they might remember next month. Maybe they won't. We're at appointment number 205 with this fucking eye doctor, right? So we go to appointment number 3, and my dad had no idea where he was. No idea he'd seen that eye doctor before. Appointment number 4? No idea he'd ever been at that office before, right? Oh, wow, we never met this guy before. He's so nice. Okay, Dad, great. Appointment number 5, we roll up to that motherfucking bitch, and he starts giggling in the seat next to me, and I'm like, oh, Dad, hey, what's going on? And he goes, oh, hey, this place. Let's see if I can shit on their floor today. I am Susie fucking Sunshine. I appreciate you allowing me to come say my stories. And I'll see you again, I hope.
Yay!
So, yeah, exactly, James. You hear about I'm Captain James. Thanks, y'all, for hanging out tonight at Kava Kraze. The place that finally makes Kava crazy. Not like those same shit we're used to in St. Pete here. Yeah, James is right. You know, I am probably one of the whitest men in the world. And my buddy Manny, who just skipped out on me, is probably breaking him back in my car right now. He says that if you programmed a chatbot GPT and hooked it up to a 3D printer and said, hey, come up with the world's whitest man, I would be what you would get. I can't deny it. I can't. Whatever. It's cool. It's cool. I love everybody. Nobody's better than anybody else except in comedy. Came from D.C. area a long time ago, man. Very diverse community there, but very boring too. Not a whole lot to do. Really, unless you're going to museums or something, the only thing you got to do is shop. Now, I didn't grow up with a lot of money. All right, so the only thing I could really do was shoplift. Yeah, no, I'm not shit, man. I walked out of Toys R Us as a kid. Man, 10 G.I. Joes, 8 Transformers. Oh, and there was a Barbie Dreamhouse. That was on a dare, bro. That wasn't like, okay, I had fun playing with it. But it got tragically burnt down in a surprise attack by Decepticons and Cobra. Wow. Yeah, no shit, man. Listen, it's a man's world, Barbie. Listen, you gotta watch out for the Decepticons. I keep saying that. I've been in Florida for a while now. I'm actually a charter captain out in St. Pete. Take people out on sailing tours and stuff like that. I had a great family out with me this last week, and I was talking with the older woman in the family, and she asked me how old I was. I told her I just turned 50, and she's like, "Oh, that's great. I could be your mother." I'm like, "No, you couldn't, man. We haven't argued once all day." So I started getting on her case. I'm like, "You never thought I could add up to anything." She was like, "You're right. You're a captain. Fuck you." Like, wow, this feels like family. Every once in a while, my work takes me out like on an extended tour. I'm out at sea for a while, and it gets lonely out there. It gets very lonely. I always avoid the temptation to play with myself. I don't want to lose any of my semen overboard, because then I got to go around and pick them back up, and it's kind of hard to scoop them out of the water. Some of them are kind of heavy, like James. James is a big guy. I got semen like you, man. Anybody scuba? Anybody? Scuba, snorkel, anything like that? Cool. I got some captain friends, really good friends of mine. They're scuba instructors. I like to get together with them, right? And I'm like, "Hey guys, let's get together at a beach bar." And they're like, No, we got another place. What do? They want to drag me down to a dive bar. Fuckers. God, I hate that. I hate that shit, man. Man, I turned 50 last year, and you know what else turned 50 last year? The world's coolest, most popular form of music, which is...
Disco.
No, wrong. I grew up during disco. Hip-hop.
Oh, yeah.
Hip-hop, exactly. The hip-hop's 50 years old, did you not? I'm wondering if hip-hop has, gone through some of the shit that I've gone through. Has hip-hop had its colonoscopy yet? That's what I want. If it hasn't, listen, I got a recommendation. I know a good doctor. So it's Dr. Dre. He's going to take you in the office. He's going to bend you over the table, Snoop Doggy Dogg style. He's going to use an ice cube. He's going to make everything go in and out easy, you see? Oh, man. Listen. I'll tell you how long hip-hop has been around. When I graduated high school, that was the same year that Sir Mix-a-Lot came out with his big hit, Baby Got Back. I gotta tell you guys, that was so long ago that now, Baby Got Back problems. Yeah, maybe she could use that ice cube now, Possibly. Possibly that would help. Oh, man, getting older, it sucks. I tell you what, I wound up looking very old at a younger age. Matter of fact, when I was born, I had silver hair early. When I was born, I came out of the womb, and my doctor's like, "Congratulations, it's Johnny Carson." Okay, listen, this is a young crowd here, so let me rephrase that. I came out of the womb, my doctor said to my mother, "Congratulations, it's Dumbledore." He's ready to cast a fucking spell. Look at this old ass motherfucker. Holy shit. I was like Manny, except with long, silver hair and stuff. And my car keys. You got my car keys. God damn it. Actually, and at a very young age, in my teenage years, I also got a very deep voice. I don't know if any of you guys, went through that, but it was not that bad of a thing, because I was able to call into school and call myself out sick by pretending I was my dad. Yeah, I called it. "Yeah, this is James's dad. He's can't make it into school today because he's sick with AIDS." Yeah. No. Once you can use that once, and then when you come back in, no, it doesn't work at all. No, you don't want to do that. Man. So my dating life has not been very good lately. I had a breakup last year, and it really sucked. Now, my girlfriend's